I move for no man, no man, no man, no man, no man. We'll call it a draw. Just a flesh wound, just a flesh
Got a
wound.
text message that Gary Tonin joined in bright blue, and now I am
And you nutted.
happy.
Dude, can you flip your phone
Can you guys see me or no?
horizontal?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can see you fine.
You want me to hold the horizontal, you said?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, way better. Way better.
Beautiful.
You can see your whole dick at this point. It's nice.
Oh, wait. I just changed to my shitty fucking room for a second. All right.
Looked like my room when I was 13, so that's good.
Gary still hasn't grown up. He's like that Tom Hanks movie.
Big?
Interesting. I hooked up the microphone, and I guess the microphone's still working. And I hear myself through the microphone, but I don't hear I don't hear you guys through the headphones.
Yeah, you got to. Well, we'll talk about that off air. Nobody wants to hear about that.
Yeah. So, you looked like a monkey that just found a Coke bottle, probing at it at the computer and like all the buttons and shit.
Dude. The fucking worst. Wish I could.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Can one of our fans tell me what the fuck that means? Does anybody know?
He's fucking Dominican, dude. They have fucking shit, you know.
Yeah.
We need to do a live chat episode where we do live episodes and have people fucking ask us questions as we go. Listen, I do this on a couple of the podcasts. It's a lot of fun, especially with our retarded fans. Great.
I'm sure.
We should probably do that.
I'm sure that's gonna go horribly, but yeah. I already know.
I think that could be very dangerous.
People who are for sure gonna chime in, and it's just gonna be chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Chimera Coffee. Use promo code FLESH25 for 25% off all products. If you love coffee and you buy coffee, then stop doing that right now and hook us up and buy Chimera Coffee at chimeracoffee.com. Yeah. So Gary,
It's gonna be the Long Island legend and like 15 of your students.
it's gonna be Vinny the Chin.
Yep.
Some
and
of,
a bunch of
Chris's
jiu-jitsu
groupies,
girls.
and then 100 of Gary's students.
Yep. Which would be hilarious.
Gary,
We should really do the watch the Human Centipede as a group
live,
and then we should have people watch in with us. We'll do a fucking showing. People tune in. We do a live feed. That would be, dude. We're gonna break the internet on that.
I love it.
Definitely gonna break our careers, but
yeah,
I mean, we might be able to break the internet.
Gary, were you grappling with Mighty Mouse again, or was that old footage?
Oh, that's old footage. He just released it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know they were filming, but all good, I guess. I mean, he talked to me about it afterwards and was like, "Oh, hey, man, we put some stuff together." But maybe I knew. I don't know. I was also during the weight cut for ADCC, so like, who knows what the hell my brain. Or actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't during the ADCC weight cut. It was during the It was right after I came back. So yeah, I don't know. It was like one of my first training sessions after coming back. But
are you being a sassy Sally?
No. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that they were gonna put something together. But then he messaged me about it well ahead of time, and he actually sent it to me for approval. He did like the best thing a person can do if you're gonna put sparring footage out there, which is you message the person, you send it to them, you say, "Hey, is this okay?" They suggest any potential edits. Like, he went through that whole process with me, so he was super, super above board. Mighty Mouse was super cool, both in training and in releasing the video. But I was just stating that when it was happening, I don't recall knowing that. So, but
Gary, don't worry about it. I got your back. After this call, I'll hit him up.
Man, it was super
for some
cool.
compensation. Yeah, for some compensation, like that last athlete that I shut down.
He was good training, man. He's super quick, like athletic, and it wasn't easy to just catch him in like random submissions or anything. So I had a good time. It was good training.
Did you do any MMA training?
No, we didn't do any sparring or anything like that. He literally just came in for one morning class, and then I saw him at like a dinner for some sponsor that he had later that night.
Are you gonna like
Oh,
ever train with
I think
him?
he did a Joe Rogan possibly as well.
Are you
I'm
gonna
not-
train with him?
consistently or like
No,
again?
no, like for some of your matches and stuff like that.
Probably not. I mean, his camp is in Cali, so or not Cali. Sorry. Is it California or is it? For some reason, I want to say Washington or something like that. Like somewhere up there, wherever Matt Hume runs his stuff. I want to say it's like Washington State. I could be wrong.
Have you ever thought about like going to one of those camps for like a bit?
I've never
to
been
get different looks and
long-term,
stuff?
but I've been to Alpha Male a couple times because I do a lot of work with Andre Feely.
Mhm.
He works on his jiu-jitsu with us, and then
Yep.
like he helps me out with MMA shit.
Okay.
But no, I've never really thought of like traveling to any of those places long-term. I might have considered it for this camp, but because John was away, but also when John's away, I have to cover classes. So, it's difficult. Like it makes it so that I kind of have to stick around if John is gone. So I did my camp
You're
here.
stuck in your little hamster wheel.
But when John's around, man, like I really like, I highly value like his input and things that he has to say and his coaching. Like, you know, I'm sure there's other coaches out there that maybe like there's certain aspects of MMA where
I wasn't really referring to like the coaching side. I was referring to like the bodies, like different looks from different athletes.
sparring, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, so for that sort of thing, like I've traveled to like different places, but like I've never stayed anywhere long term. And probably the biggest camps that I've been to were and I sparred at Alpha Male, but I didn't spar at I went to Extreme Couture a bunch of times, but I didn't spar there because I was getting ready for ADCC. So the guy
That was my home gym for a while.
What's that?
Yeah, that was my home gym for a while.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they're super nice. Jake is living out there now in Vegas. He got tired of fucking people smashing windows in fucking San Francisco and all the fucking
and taking dumps.
That goes on down there.
Vegas is not that far off.
Taking dumps next to his car.
Dude, it's far off, man. There's nothing worse than I don't know if maybe Seattle, but I've never lived in Seattle for any period of time.
New York City's pretty fucked right now too. So.
Well, that's why you guys got the fuck out of there.
Here's my argument. In New York City, I don't know it as common practice for people to smash windows and steal shit out of cars. And I've been there. I've lived there well, I shouldn't say I lived there. I commuted there every day for years, and that was never a normal.
I'm talking about now. Now is a whole different thing. People are getting hit in the heads with baseball bats in Times Square.
Happening, huh?
Yeah, bad, bro. My brother's a cop in New York City. Yeah, my brother's a cop in New York City for 20 years. He just retired. Like, literally, you could get hit in the head with a baseball bat completely randomly in Times Square. Like, that has never been the case for 30, 40 years. Right now, that's the kind of thing that's going on. When I was in Las Vegas, I got robbed. I was living in a house. I got robbed multiple times. Smash and grabs.
Yeah.
Vegas, it happens.
Your brother retired
it? Yeah, my brother retired from New York City, thank God. NYPD.
Yeah.
20 years in the job.
So what's he doing now?
He can't say on air, but he got another job making a lateral move in a much easier place.
Stripper?
Yeah.
Maybe.
that will be much safer.
He's an international man of mystery.
I mean, dude, at 43, if you want to see a physique, dude is stacked. My brother's the best shape of his life right now at 43 years old.
I mean, he's got to do something to fucking compete with Chris Algieri, bro. He doesn't want to.
I'm chasing him at this point. Jesus, I went for his 43rd birthday, and I'm like,
fucking smoking jacket, flexing and shit.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's wearing short shorts now. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he's cooking at the grill and shirtless with a big gold chain. I'm like,
he's wearing
I got a smoker for Christmas, by the way.
A smoker?
Can't wait to fucking start cranking that thing out. Yeah.
What's that?
I got a smoker for Christmas. And
yes.
I bought like $500 worth of meat from this like place that does like Wagyu and like prime stuff.
Mhm.
And
dude.
I'm gonna
A lot
have
of
everybody
that.
over for New Year's and try
lot
to
of
cook
that
a
in
bunch
Austin.
of stuff. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I have a 10-pound bone-in prime rib roast that I'm doing for
Oh,
Christmas
dude, prime
for New
rib is
Year's.
so good. I didn't risk the prime rib. I don't know how to cook anything, to be fair, but I felt like prime rib is like super easy to fuck up, and
Yeah.
so I didn't
Get a
risk.
brisket. Dude,
Yeah, I
do a
got brisket. I got
Briskets.
brisket, and I got picanha.
So wait,
Yes. All right.
Gary.
I'll send you
Yeah,
some recipes.
picanha's
That
delicious.
you
Gary,
can knock that out.
do you have anybody that's gonna help you out, or are you just gonna like wing it and try
The
to?
smoker. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm getting advice from people, but for sure I mean, if this is gonna be my first time doing it and I'm doing it for a party, like this is definitely winging it for sure.
Yeah,
Like no doubt.
I wouldn't risk it, especially like with all that expensive meat that you bought. Like, what
I
if you fuck
mean,
it up?
if I fuck it up, I fuck it up. It is what it is. I mean, I'll check on it. I'm not gonna like let it absolutely burn. At the worst case scenario is I fucking, it fucking takes too long or something, and then I just have to like cook it in the oven or fucking cook it on a pan or in the grill or something like that. Worst
Right.
case scenario. I mean, it won't be as good, obviously, but there's no way I'm gonna let this shit just fucking light on fire in my backyard.
Dude, I
It's hard to
saw
fuck it up, dude. It really is. Just let it cook for low and slow for a long period of time.
the throne that you got, Gordon. It's so funny.
Yeah, it was cool, huh?
That looked good. That's probably
Yeah,
like
man.
one of the.
I mean,
That's a cool
I don't
gift.
really get gifts for Gordon very often. Like when I do, it's like a little T-shirt or here and there that I think is funny. So, it's been a long time, and like Gordon's done a lot, and he's accomplished a lot, and it's really impressive. So it really wasn't like a Christmas gift. I don't like give out fucking Christmas gifts like that. And hopefully
Fag.
somebody doesn't think that I'm like fucking I have it that good, but I think he deserves something for his accomplishments, and I'm super proud of the kid. So yeah, and I know he's got a bigger ego than fucking anybody on the planet. So if anybody needs a throne, it's that guy.
Yep. For sure. Gary, you have an announcement, don't you?
Oh yeah. So I posted it out a little bit on, but I haven't spoken about it at all. I posted it on my Instagram. I'm going to be fighting January 14th in Thailand against Johnny Nunez, who I don't know if does he fight out of Extreme Couture? Do you know? I heard that he sparred there before, but I don't know if they live in Vegas. I know that Misha Tate, because he's Misha Tate's
Student.
I don't know if it's they're married or if it's like or not. I have no idea. But either way, they're together. And I know Misha moved to Singapore for a while because she was working with one, but I don't think she's doing that anymore. So I'm assuming they're back in Vegas, but I don't know for certain. I don't know what camp he fights out of.
I don't know him per se. Maybe looking him up. Maybe I do. I'm assuming if he's with Misha Tate, then it's out of Couture's. But
yeah. So then they probably
he's an older guy, huh? Jonathan.
Yeah,
37?
he's been fighting. It's really interesting. So he's been fighting for a really long time. He's 37, but he only really has on his official record. I think he has like maybe like 10 fights. I want to say he's like 7-2 or something in his official record. I know that's 9, but you know what I'm saying, like roughly. And he has a few extra fights though because he did the Ultimate Fighter like twice. So he's got 3 Ultimate Fighter fights, which I don't know why the fuck they call those exhibitions because they're real fucking fights.
No, they're fights. Yeah.
It's kind of
and he
silly.
fought real guys. Like I'm looking at it right now. He fought real guys at UFC's that Ultimate Fighter. So
yeah. So I'm not sure what the deal is with records and that. I never had anybody explain it to me. The closest anybody's come to explaining it to me is apparently at some point in the Ultimate Fighter show, there was a period of time where they wouldn't always do 3 rounds. They would only do 2 if it was decisive. If it was very decisive or something. Which in that case,
and then they would go into overtime if they were like draw.
Okay, so I guess I can see because it's slightly amended rules from like the normal MMA, but I don't know, man. To me, it's a fight's a fight. But
Gary,
way.
The UFC does that also, so they don't have to pay him.
That makes sense. What was I going to say? So something interesting about those fights actually is that Ryan Hall submitted him in I want to say a minute and a half in an inverted heel hook.
Ooh, your bread and butter.
So I have a feeling that that's what they're, that's what
Really?
they're probably banking on me trying to do. But I don't know if they watched my last fight, but
It didn't turn out so well.
I don't know if I'm really inclined to just jump on his legs right away, I do think he's a very different kind of striker than Thon Lee, both on the ground and on the feet. I don't think he carries the same, I wouldn't necessarily say power, because he's capable of throwing with power, but I don't think he's capable of throwing with the same precision as Thon. And I definitely don't see him throwing with the same power on the ground. Most of the on the ground, it seems like he tries to control people more than anything else. So I don't think there'll be as big of a risk there. He only has one TKO victory. And the rest of his victories, I think, are all decisions, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's one armbar victory or something like that.
So he's more of a striker, stand-up guy?
No, more of a wrestler than anything else. He mostly blitzes forward really fast. He starts most rounds, especially the very beginning of the fight. He starts very, very fast, basically blitzes forward immediately and tries to press people up against the fence, take them down, etc. So I think he tries to overwhelm guys and then tries to maintain control to the best of his ability and wins decisions mostly that way. That's what I've seen from what I've seen, but he has a pretty lengthy career. I mean, the guy's been fighting since pre-2010, and only has
he's a pretty handsome guy, so there's that.
You're saying he kind of looks like I don't know if you're familiar with Paul Harris, but he kind of looks like a smaller Paul Harris. His face, I don't know how to explain it, but you have to look it up.
Is his body the same as Paul Harris?
Oh, his body is nothing like the body of Paul Harris. That's a very special body type.
So Gary, do you have are there a specific number of fights that one has to give you during a year?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the way the contract works that they have to guarantee me fights. I'm pretty sure the contract typically works you have a certain number of fights for a certain number of years, and it's supposed to be which comes first, the number of fights or the number of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's typically how the contract works. But
Gotcha.
No, they don't have to guarantee me a number per year. Most of the time they don't. For somebody to put that in their contract, they would have to really like you. And I'm not saying that they don't really like me, but I'm just saying that's tough to put in a contract unless you have a lot of sway, because that's a big liability for an organization for them to have to put on a certain number of fights or whatever the case may be for your contract. So most people won't do it if they can avoid it.
Well, I've been kicking lately, so I might have to come to your camp in Austin and come help you out with this fight. Get things going.
Or you might have to come to Thailand, is what you're trying to say?
You've been kicking what, Chris?
If I came to Austin, then I would obviously, if I come to help you with camp, I'm gonna have to come.
Yeah. I'm obviously, I have two open spots in my corner because John can't come to this one because he's visiting his family for the first time in 3 years since all the COVID shit in Australia. So, Frankie,
Gary.
I'm gonna break the internet right now. So I've been approached about doing a kickboxing fight, and I'm not opposed. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just saying I'm not opposed.
Against Andrew Tate?
In the meantime,
are you fighting
fuck Andrew Tate up.
Are you fighting a YouTuber?
No.
Chris?
No. I would never fight. I don't even approve of YouTubers fighting at all.
It's good money.
I have plenty of money. I don't give a shit about YouTubers. I'm fine on money. I like to fight. I like to fight real people. I'm not fighting because YouTubers are going to pay me money. Clip that.
Gary.
Yes.
We have to talk about the corner spot off air. I don't think you can just offer that to Chris without my approval. Just like that. And you put
the
me,
big manager is speaking.
you put me on the spot. You can't be doing that.
The overlord boss is speaking.
Anyways, this got really awkward right now.
So, Gary, do you have a date on the fight yet?
Yeah, January 14th. So
That's
I leave.
that's like in 17 days.
Oh, it's fucking two weeks from now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, very soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
Not too far off, man. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm physically pretty healthy. About as healthy as I get. Weight's down good. I'm like
healthy as I get.
Yeah, about 165 right now. I have to weigh 155. I'm gonna cut a little extra weight this time because what was I gonna say? I have to cut a little extra weight this time because last cut was a little harder, even though it was pretty much the same. I usually cut from a little heavier, but I think I'm gonna cut from like 161 this time.
Gary, your right ear looks really fucked up. Is that thing gonna? No, your other one. Is that?
Yeah.
It looks like it can pop. Will it or can it?
No.
Have you got like punched? Because I've seen like fighters. I've seen fighters. Is it full of like blood?
No. This is completely hardened. This is done. There's
so what happens? What happens when guys have like cauliflower ears that get busted open? What's the difference between?
It's so rare, and it does not happen often. I mean, when it
it doesn't have to. But is it the same thing or is it a different type of cauliflower ear?
I would guess that when that happens, it's probably active cauliflower ear. That's what I would refer to it as. This currently is not active. Like this is cauliflower ear that has already been hardened and like it's good to go. Like when you have active cauliflower ear and your shit is fucking swollen with blood, because there's a difference. Like when you look at this and when you look at the other one, you can see that like at this point it's kind of shrunk down, because what happens is the blood vessels in your ear are so small they can't reabsorb the blood properly. So then it hardens and clots inside the ear, and that restricts blood flow even more. So then it makes the rest of the tissues kind of crumple in, hence the cauliflower shape, right? But when somebody has active cauliflower ear, that shit gets big and fucking swollen, filled with blood. So in those cases, I could see somebody getting hit and then that exploding and fucking, causing a problem. But
how come Gordon doesn't have cauliflower ears?
I guess he's better than me, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No. Like, I'm serious. Like what? How do you avoid that?
Honestly, I do believe some people are more predisposed to it than others. And I also believe that there's some stylistic components to it, especially in the grappling world. In the boxing world, maybe not. But no,
we don't get it in boxing.
In the grappling world, it has more to do with like the placement of your head and things like that. Like, because ultimately, like, what's going to cause this problem is either impact or like rubbing against the surface in like a way where it smashes the cartilage, And
you do a lot of scrambles. I mean, that
could play a role. I mean, Gordon is definitely a much more tight fighter than I am in grappling. He's like
a three-toed sloth.
Whenever I watch your style, I'm like, you look like a wrestler. Like I would always ask you, like, how are you so good at scrambling and wrestling?
Dude, you're like
I don't see that. I don't see that with Gordon at all. Like Gordon is just like Gordon wrestles like
he's like a sloth.
Grapples. He grapples like a big, strong, slow guy. You grapple like a wrestler. So your ears are gonna be a lot more danger.
Gordon minimizes chaos. I maximize chaos.
Bingo. That's a great way to put it.
Two very different strategies.
So Frankie, I have cauliflower in both my ears.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I had surgery on both.
No, you don't. You're not on the same boat that Gary and I are.
I'm not saying I'm on the same boat as Gary at all. But I'm saying I stopped wrestling when I was in college. But I had both ears and I had surgery on both of them.
Let me see a picture.
No, I mean, well, you gotta. So this one I have very thick down here, and then the other one I had up here that was folding over, and I had that removed. Whatever. But I had surgery on both, and I wrestled. I was a very aggressive, scrappy wrestler. That's why when I watch Gary, I'm like, I get the way that he.
I like his style.
Yeah, I like his style a lot. Gordon does nothing for me. Like the way that he grappling. I mean, jiu-jitsu. Hey, grappling is awesome, cool. It does nothing for me. But Gary fucking wrestles. Like he wrestles when he grapples. He does fucking tricky stuff that I was used to doing in wrestling. It puts your ears in a lot of danger. So yeah, I get it. My right earbud that you've ever noticed, I'm always pushing my right one in because it doesn't fit. Because I have cauliflower ear on the bottom, this piece right here. So no earbud ever fits in my ear.
Earbuds. I didn't even try. As soon as those fuckers came out, I was like, nope, this is never gonna work for me.
Does it mess with your hearing, Gary?
No, well, it can, but not mine. So it's possible for cauliflower ear to cause issue with your hearing, but you'd have to get it. The problem is like you have to injure it in the right, like almost in the inner ear, which doesn't typically happen. Mm-hmm. Typically, it's the outer ear that has the most issues. So it is possible. I've heard of people having issues where it closed up or whatever the case may be, but it's never happened for me. It's never really been a major issue for
cauliflower is a very superficial injury. Like it has very little. It's not damaging at all. Like it hurts when it happens and then it heals and you're completely fucking fine. So hurts like a bitch when it happens.
Gary, how far off do you from another title fight? What do you think? Like two more?
One fight.
Yeah.
Really?
Could be. Yeah. In one, it's really hard to predict because anything can happen, and like a lot of the guys that would be in contention for the title, I feel like they're all pretty much on equal footing. There's not a huge dividing line between all of the guys that would be in contention for the title, I don't think, in one. And a lot of guys have already contested for it, myself included. So you get one guy that like gets injured and like isn't ready to fight or something like that, and like very easily like I could be the next guy. Mm-hmm. They offered me when I was competing in ADCC. They offered me what is his name? Why am I being retarded right now? Martin Wynn. They offered me Martin Wynn, but it was literally like a week after ADCC or something like that. So if they were offering me him, who's like he held the title for the longest. I mean,
he trains down here. I see him in the gym all the time.
They're basically saying like you're still right up there, because I mean, mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, I mean he may as well be he was a title holder for a long period of time. So yeah, it could be this one and then the title again. It really depends on how things work out. You never really know like how the division pans out. If I don't know, because Thon lost the title, I think, to somebody else. If he had won it again, would they put me with him right away? I don't know. But if it's a different guy, I don't know. I don't know if my chances would be better if Thon won it again or if it's still a different person. Really couldn't tell you.
Chris, what organization is asking you to fight to kickbox?
Can't say yet.
Chris is like, well, I can't say any details yet.
How many drinks have you had, Chris?
Like, so.
Since when? My birth?
What'd you guys do for Christmas?
Cooked, ate. My family was in New York, so I was down here. I had a couple guests.
Like?
So we spoke about this off air, so we're not like being like goofy, alluding to this. My buddy Mickey Rourke came by.
Ooh, Mickey Rourke. What do we have here, guys?
The Pope of Greenwich Village himself. Yeah, he was down in literally in Boca visiting a friend who was having some health issues and hit me up. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be down here for a couple days. What do you know, what's up? He hates Florida because he's actually from here. And I was like, yeah, not a whole lot. You know, my family's in New York. I'm down here. It's my first real Christmas down in Florida. And he's like, God, if you want to meet up, I'm around. I'm like, come over, come hang out.
So how long have you guys been buddies?
A couple of years now. I don't even remember how we actually started talking or whatever, but he's just a huge boxing fan. I mean, he's a professional boxer. Like, don't get it twisted.
The Russian dude took a dive.
Well, sure, but he's had 10 pro fights before that. And like, it is what it is. Like, the guy literally quit Hollywood to be a pro boxer, which is
he's an interesting guy.
Story. Yeah, for sure.
Is he okay?
Very humble guy.
Is he like okay? His headspace?
Super sharp. I even Rogan spoke badly about him recently, and I was just like,
really?
Yeah, you don't know. Well, he was, yeah. He said something about him like sparring with James Toney and getting beat. Listen, it's not true. So the guy is sharp as shit. He is very humble. He's one of the most humble guys I've ever met. Hates talking about Hollywood, hates talking about his movies, loves talking about boxing. He just loves the sport.
Is he done with movies?
No, he's still doing movies now. So.
Okay.
That guy, I mean, he's such a good actor. His profile is so huge. Like, he's one phone call away from another huge hit. I mean, The Wrestler came 15 years out of the business. Yeah. And The Wrestler is one of the best movies fucking I've ever seen. The movie's awesome.
It's an awesome movie. Yeah.
Awesome movie. We won an Oscar for that, I believe.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But ultimately, he's a very cool dude.
Sometimes very cool dude. I worry about him, how he's gonna end up. I mean, he's 70. He's 70.
He's 70 years old, which is wild. So and
he's not like married or anything.
No. So again, like it's Christmas, he's around visiting a friend, who was sick, which is very cool of him to do. But like, yeah, no family, nothing, no one to be with for the holidays. So I was like, yeah, just dude, come over, man, come hang out.
Did he try to touch you?
No, he trust me. That guy likes girls. He likes women. He likes women. That dude is still got it.
Okay.
You would never, dude. When they say he's 70, I'm like, what? No way.
I would have never thought that.
No, does not have the mentality. Does not look like that at all. Dude is super fit. He's really fucking tall, which is weird because every Hollywood guy I meet is so short.
Ask him to be in one of his next movies, Chris.
I would love to, but he's whatever he wants to do, man.
Yeah.
I talk about podcasts. He's like, I don't do podcasts. Everyone knows that. I'm like, okay.
Where did I see that? I see him in.
I'm not gonna push that.
I saw him. It was a YouTube video though. It wasn't. I don't know if it was a podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's never been on a podcast. Because I asked him about Rogan. I'm like, how come Rogan never asked you on a podcast? He's like, everybody knows I don't do podcasts. I'm like, all right.
Okay. Well, I mean, yep. Talking about movie stars, you know who I saw this weekend that was sitting next to me at a wedding event? Christian
Hillary
Slater.
Swank. Oh.
You guys remember him?
Yeah.
From like Heathers and Mr. Robot.
Did you blow him? Like, was it?
I certainly did not.
Did he blow you?
Can we change the subject now?
You brought it up. Okay, good job making it awkward, Chris.
I love when Chris fires back the exact same questions that Frank asks him about his celebrity friend.
He's so rude.
It's silence.
Hey, you want to be a dick to
Chris
me, and
is
I'm
so
like,
rude.
cool. I'm like, yeah, all right,
Yeah, you don't just say that out of the blue. What are you doing?
Literally moments ago. Did he touch you?
So how did it go with Christian Slater?
Yeah, we didn't talk. I was just taking awkward pictures like paparazzi.
How did he look?
Huh?
How do you look?
Dude, to be honest, like he wasn't drinking or anything. I think he's like a reformed person. Yeah, it was like
Gary. Like Gary.
like Gary. Yeah.
He's like. Hey, do you guys like eggnog?
Yeah, I love eggnog.
I made my own eggnog for Christmas. Holy shit, that stuff is awesome.
They have flavored eggnogs here, like pistachio flavored. They have like cookies and cream eggnog.
Yeah, mine was whiskey flavored, but yeah, that makes sense. Those are good flavors too.
How do you make eggnog? Do you
essentially
did you Google it?
Egg yolks, egg yolks, cream. You got to cook them separately. It's like you got to do the dairy on its own. It's whole milk and cream. You got to cook that, simmer for a little bit. You got to separate the egg yolks, add the sugar, whip that up, and then you just do it. Adding, and then boost.
How long does it last? In your fridge?
3 days.
3 days.
About 3 days. Yeah.
So you got to pound it.
Day 4, you just fart a lot, but whatever. 3 days.
Like those protein farts. From whey.
It's good.
For like 4 days, but the fourth day.
How long does it last?
It goes
4
rancid.
4 days you fart a lot. 5 days you throw up. It's cool.
The litmus test.
In day 5, it gets chunky.
Yeah.
What about you, Gary?
Well, I had to stay here, like I said, because John was away for a bit, so I was covering all the classes, but a bunch of the team kind of met up at Gordon's, and we just had a little holiday there. I was gifted a blow-up doll, which was the highlight of my night, and I took many pictures in various poses with said blow-up doll, and it was incredible for me. I enjoyed it.
So you added that one to the family of blow-up dolls that you have.
Yeah, naturally. Threw it in the pile. I was a little upset, I have to say. I definitely, my main criticism of Gordon for this holiday was that there were no holes in the blow-up doll.
So that's not a blow-up doll.
I mean, it was a blow-up doll, but the mouth didn't have a hole, the vagina didn't have a hole, ass didn't have a hole. I mean, it's kind of like, what's the point? What am I supposed to do? Just jerk off on this thing's face?
So it was probably like one of those CVS dolls.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I squeezed its legs together and I busted one out. But I mean, I'm just,
do you lube it up? Do you lube up the entry? Like, how do you?
Yeah, silicone.
What do you do with that?
What's that?
No, I was just curious. How do you do that?
Yeah, you just got to press it together, man. I mean, like I said, a man makes do, with what he's got.
Use your imagination, Frank. Jesus Christ, This guy.
Well, I think he
that was a
wanted
lame
me to
gift
add it so that he could pleasure himself to it.
So you got him a throne. He got you a fuck doll with no fuck holes.
A $5 fuck doll from CVS.
As you can see, this is somewhat of a one-sided relationship. That's true.
It's a one-way street to Gordonville.
Hey Frank, off air, let's pitch in and get him a doll.
A real one. Like a real one. With like one of those fleshlight vaginas.
Yeah, man.
Have you guys seen one of those?
Oh yeah, I've seen them on social media. No.
They should really sponsor this show, for the record.
Yeah. I have a guy there's a guy that works for BJJ Fanatics that actually he does reviews of like sex toys and stuff like that. He's one of my favorite people. His name's Randy, and him and his buddy have like I'm gonna have to send you guys his Instagram. They make all kinds of like weird fucked up videos and stuff. But when I first started filming with BJJ Fanatics, they do all of our jiu-jitsu DVDs. He's such like a normal. Like, he's funny, and, like, we tell funny stories with each other, but he's such, like, a normal guy in person. I never would have guessed. And then I saw his social media, and I was just like,
and he's a freak.
What the fuck is going on? And, yeah, I find out that he fucking reviews sex toys and shit. He's such a fucking savage.
Randy sounds like a creeper name. Like one of those pedos.
I mean, I don't think he's a pedo. I mean, he's definitely high level in the sex toy industry, though.
Totally
Freaky.
different. Totally different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's cool.
Like, he gets paid to review sex toys. This is not just like a hobby. Like, he actually, they have a channel that's like got enough subscribers that he gets paid to do it.
So
We live in
this
a weird world. That's the thing.
last week I went to my cousin's wedding in Miami, and
There better
we
be
met-
sex toys involved.
we met an Asian couple that
Oh, that's right.
that befriended us, and at the end of the night they wanted
Is it about to get weird right now?
bro they wanted to swing with us.
And waiting. Dot.
No, we didn't make it happen, but it was
Hey
it was
guys,
out of left
if you want to
field.
hear the real story, sign up to our Patreon. www.fleshwound/Patreon/
Get the full scoop.
It was actually he invited the guy over and Frankie sat in the cuck chair of the hotel room. Just watch.
He's like,
Just watch is what he'd like you to think.
Frankie, please sit in the chair and watch me bang your wife.
Cool.
I
Just got
bang
canceled. That's great.
your wife, and I bang my wife, and you watch. You watch.
Hey, I pay to watch that, so that's just me.
So yeah, he was really nice, and his wife was fucking freaky, dude. She was
Freaky hot or freaky?
nah, she wasn't. She was just like she was a free spirit. She was very handsy. Let's just put it that way. She was very touchy feely.
Nice. Very good.
You
Well, you had
guys
a good
have
Christmas,
any
man.
stories like that? Have you guys gotten any like swinger offers? I feel like Miami, that's like become a thing now. There's a bunch of swingers. I think that's like a movement, underground movement.
Starting when, bro? That's never not been a thing.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm glib then.
Well, you've been married for a long time and you live in DR, which you can just pay for him there.
I'm closed-minded. So enlighten me, guys. You guys gotten offers to swing?
I actually never. I have never have.
I told you guys my sex party story before, right?
No.
No? Okay. Well, it's not technically not my story. It's a friend of mine's story.
Oh, that's what we're doing now.
No, it really is.
I knew a guy who was invited.
Believe whatever you guys want. Believe whatever you guys want. But anyway.
We'll just do your friend called Barry Bronin.
Every story from now on is gonna be like, believe whatever you guys want. Yeah, let's do that.
Whatever you guys want. But anyway.
Okay.
So my buddy tells me he gets invited to this sex party with a Tinder chick, and he's like, well, should I go? And I was like, of course you have to fucking go. Like, even if it's just so that we can fucking find out. What the fuck
this is going to be your
there.
stand-up comedy career later on when you can't make anything happen.
So he's like, oh, all right, I'll go. So he goes to the party, whatever, and he's like, kind of like giving us a play-by-play as it's happening. And he's like, man, this is rough. Like, like most of the people here, fucking, you wouldn't want to touch with like a fucking 10-foot pole, but at least the chick I'm here with is hot. Whatever the case may be. So he sees a woman there who's like the DJ of the party, and she's wearing like a fishnet top, but like obviously nude underneath. And the woman is pretty old. Like she's like 60s, 70s is the way that he's describing it. So everything is just sagging and it's not, it's not very well put together. Let's put it that way. But it's in like a neon fucking fishnet thing at the DJ booth. So he decides like he's going to try to like make a joke, and he goes to the girl. He goes, hey, like, I mean, shit's rough, but like, at least it's not that rough or something. Like he basically like says that the chick that is the DJ looks fucking disgusting. was the synopsis of the joke. I don't remember exactly what the joke was. But as it turns out, the DJ was the fucking chick's mom.
Ouch.
Like the whole reason that she invited him to the party in the first place was because her parents both work sex parties. Like they're like DJs for sex parties.
Oh my
so
God.
he fucking talks shit about this chick's mom at the sex party and says she's like an ugly bitch. It's fucking amazing.
Did he get kicked out?
He didn't. She was fine with like she just kind of laughed or whatever. Like, I mean, it went about
That's my mom.
It went about as well as that went. I think he banged her in the closet later or something. He felt super uncomfortable with the whole thing. He said like, he said he wasn't into it. So he says, but.
She was probably like, she probably liked it. She was one of these kinky chicks. Talk shit about my mom some more. Oh, that gets me horny. Talk shit about her.
Yeah.
How ugly is my mom? Say it.
I mean, what are the
say yo mama jokes?
He didn't tell you that he fucked the mom too. Like,
I fucking hope he did. But I will say this: if he did and he didn't tell me, I'm gonna be furious. But yeah, like, dude, what are the fucking chances that all those things come together? Like, what are the chances? Number one, somebody invites you to the sex party. Number two, like that's a random person. And number two, that you show up and you start making fun of somebody, and the one person you choose to start making fun of happens to be that person's mother. Like, who the fuck does that anyway to like somebody that they don't really know, invites them to a sex party that their parents are going to be at, and doesn't tell them that, hey, my parents do this thing. That's why dude, this is so weird.
This tells me that your buddy should stop going to sex parties.
Chris, I got an idea. Why don't we invite this Barry Bronin character to the podcast and talk to him about this story?
Next podcast is just me with a fucking.
It's you with a big woolly beard. It's a big woolly beard that's like hanging underneath your chin.
Gary's gonna be wearing.
Hey guys, I got a story for you guys.
Gary's gonna be coming in pretty soon in a little bit.
Amazing.
Yeah, Gary's having trouble with his phone, but we're gonna talk to Barry Bronin in the meantime.
Oh man.
Gary's like, what are the chances?
Honestly, I wish it was me. I really do. I really wish that was my story. I do. And I would probably I would have told it better if it was my story for sure.
What are you guys doing for New Year's?
Cooking and eating food, drinking some shit. Hopefully wake up on New Year's Day and not hate my life and be thankful for 2023. I hate New Year's. Baby. I hate the idea of like getting trashed and waking up on the first day of the new year and being like, I hate my fucking life and I want to die and be hungover for 3 days. So I'm not doing that.
Jesus.
I love that. I love that the part of New Year's that Chris hates is like a fully preventable part. Like he's
it's like dude, you don't have to do that.
Fucking waking up, fucking all fucked up.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I wish
like it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like I thought for sure he was gonna go into a diatribe about like the new year, new me people or something like that. He's like, no, man, like
I just hope I'm not fucking hammered.
Tired of fucking too much and waking up.
Tired of being hungover. Just tired of being hungover. New Year. God damn it. Yeah, New Year, new me. Get the fuck out. It's not, dude. I always make fun of those people because it's just not my thing. Which people think it's gonna be my thing because I'm such like a health conscious person and I post positive things. Get the fuck out of here. I like to have fun. So, but at the end of the day, I want to wake up on New Year's Day feeling like good. Yeah.
Clarity.
With
what about you, Gary?
Yeah, fucked up my.
I'm gonna buy in a bunch of meat using that meat smoker. Hopefully not fucking everything up and lighting off fireworks and pissing off my neighbors. Because as is tradition, they are furious when I light off fireworks. What's that?
Who's all coming?
Did I tell you guys that I almost lit the house on fire the last time we did fireworks?
No, you did not.
Yeah. Before we talk about who's all coming, let's talk about that then.
You should probably light them outside.
We did do that. Okay. So what happened is I think it was 4th of July, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the last time you would light off fireworks? Yeah, probably. Maybe. I assume that was when it was. So I invite everybody over to the house. We do a whole bunch of fireworks. Gordon comes over, and he contributes to the fireworks. So he bought a whole shit ton of fireworks too, and it was fucking chaos. We had so many fucking fireworks in the backyard. Great time, absolutely fine. Honestly, as far as the fireworks were concerned, up until that point, everything went okay. Now, here's where things.
Does Gordon drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like heavily, but like he drinks. So, normally what I would do after lighting off a bunch of fireworks is I was doing this as we were lighting them off, is I grab a hose and I spray the fireworks, the dead fireworks that are on the ground with the hose. Oh, we lost Chris. Should we wait for him to come back, or do you want me to finish the story?
Yeah, just finish.
I can hear you. I don't know what's going on. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So normally I spray off the fireworks with the hose just to like keep everything like manageable or whatever. And then I would normally just leave everything in the yard after we were done. So because I had a bunch of people over and they were nice, after the party was over, they're like, "Oh, hey, you want help cleaning up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, if you want, you know." So what they do is they take all the discarded fireworks and they throw them in a trash bag, right? But the problem is that even though I've been hosing them off this whole time, they have like a really hot like internal temperature, and by collecting all of them and putting them in the fucking trash bin, it just made it so that they got even hotter, and eventually it lit the bag. And also I think they put other things in the trash bag. Like I don't think they just, because fireworks are actually relatively difficult to light on fire after they've exploded, because they're typically made of materials that are somewhat fireproof, because if they were flammable, they would go up in flames when the fireworks went off, right? So the tubes and stuff that they shot out of are actually really hard to burn. Like if you ever take like a bunch of the tubes from fireworks and just throw them into a fire, it actually takes a long time for them to burn in the fire.
Okay.
So, but I think they threw other shit in there too. Like I think they cleaned up from the party. Paper towels and all different kinds of shit from the party were in this bag. And the fireworks are still hot, even though they're not as flammable, but the paper towels are very flammable. So they collected everything, threw it in we're playing bumper pool upstairs. And bumper pool. It's like pool, but it's pool, but there's like bumpers in the middle, and you have like it's like a whole game. Right. It's hard to explain, but the point is, it's a game that I have in my house. And it's pool table. It's having a pool table for somebody who fucking doesn't have the space for a full-size pool table.
Okay.
So we're playing bumper pool, and I start to smell like, I'm like, huh, that smells weird. Like it smells like something's burning. I know we're not cooking anything anymore. So I fucking go outside, and the bag was literally placed next to my house and right next to a can of lighter fluid and propane. And like it was a miracle that the house didn't fucking explode. Like, and it's all, in my opinion, because I had people to help me clean up. I feel like if nobody cleaned up, it probably would have been fucking fine.
You're a fucking lucky man, Gary.
Yeah, dude.
Knock on wood.
I love the fact that you're like, if you layer them on top of each other, like they just make each other hotter. I'm like, are we talking about naked ladies? What are we talking about here? It's fireworks or ladies?
Yes.
This is
that's where Chris's mind wanders off.
Can't help it.
Well,
Dirty bird.
Sex dolls. And, what are you gonna do?
I mean, this guy's talking about sex dolls with no holes. So I'm like, got me thinking about shit.
Yeah. He's all pent up.
What are your New Year's resolutions, Gary?
Excuse me. Well, it's the same resolution I have every year. Grow my cock another inch. And for some reason, never happens. No. No. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't really ever have a real New Year's resolution. I typically, I set long-term, mid-term, and short-term goals throughout the year, and I'm always chasing those goals. And the new year doesn't really change a whole lot for me.
Are you gonna keep on grappling next year?
When I can, but for the most part, I'd like to continue to focus on fighting. Like my fight career has slowed down in recent years because of COVID and shit. So I really want to try to get a few more fights. Yeah, ramp up and see if we can get 3 fights in a year, like when I started my career.
For sure. Do you ever plan on fighting in the States?
Actually, one is apparently having a card in Denver in May. So hopefully I can get on that.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go, Chris.
Yeah, baby. Sounds exciting.
In May.
That's what I heard.
Well, when you said you want to fight 3 more times this year, that's kind of my New Year's resolution as well. I'd like to get actually busy this year because last year was not a good year for me. My last couple of years not been good, but actually I was actually pretty busy after the pandemic, but I want to keep the busyness.
You want more fights, Chris?
Yeah, of course.
Bring it on.
I thought you were done.
Who said that?
Episode
Not
43.
me. No.
Vinny told me.
Well, Vinny doesn't know a whole lot.
He's like, Chris, that fucking fag, he's done. He's punch drunk.
Heard that before.
I'm just kidding. I'm not causing
of
trouble
course.
here.
Of course, I'm not offended.
Vinny would never say that about you, Chris.
He
loves you.
Vinny would be front row. Can't wait for me to fight again. So the
chin is your number one fan.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you see him talking shit on Santa?
No.
No, I actually have not seen anything from the chin recently, but I mean, listen, Santa, fuck Santa, bro. That guy, he's been talking shit for a long time.
Did you guys see the trailer for that new Santa Claus movie that
I want to see that.
Badass?
Dude, I was gonna rent it. Renting it was like $10. Buying it was like $24. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I want to see this, but like, what are we doing?
What is it?
It's
what is it called? Killer Claw.
I don't know. It's Santa. Santa turns into Jason Bourne and takes out like a bunch of bad guys.
Santa's like a killer. It's awesome.
That sounds incredible.
But it's like a high budget movie. It's not like a straight to
No, it's a good movie. Yeah.
It's the Die Hard Christmas movie everybody really wanted.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Mark my words. It does better than Avatar 2.
Did you see it?
People are sick of this woke bullshit. They want to see blood and guts and being fucking masculine.
Is Avatar woke? I heard that he cut like 10 minutes out of the movie with like firearms.
The movie's 3 hours long. He cut 10 minutes out.
He's such a pussy.
The dude went on public record saying that testosterone is a poison that makes you act and say stupid things. I'm like,
he's a little bitch.
Cool. You have no balls. That's cool. This movie's gonna suck, and it did. And it did. So.
Did you see it, Chris?
No, I refuse now. Once he said that, I was like, I don't want to see this. I was excited about the movie.
The first one I thought was pretty good, and there was
I liked the first one.
Yeah, the first one was dope.
Undertones of woke bullshit in the first one, but like it was still a good movie. Like that's what I'm missing with like a lot of this shit. It's like, guys, you want to pepper that your little, your little cause or whatever into your movie, go for it. Like by all means,
make it a good movie though.
Be creative, but like still make it a good movie, make it entertaining. If it's all about the cause, it's like I would be watching a documentary about your gay fucking cause.
Yeah.
If I want to watch a movie, I want to be entertained. So fucking just
if you want to watch a movie about the cause, go watch What the Health. But otherwise, like make me a movie that's funny, like and fun.
100%.
Sure.
People are forgetting that about fucking entertainment. It's fucking supposed to be entertainment, dude.
I haven't seen a good movie since the pandemic. They're all. I mean, Maverick was awesome.
Hey, I was about to say that one.
Maverick was awesome.
I'm honestly starting to feel like, because you guys watch South Park much or no?
Yeah, I mean, have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's an episode of South Park where basically, I don't remember if it's one of the kids or whatever. I think it is. I think it's Stan. He kind of starts to like hate everything and like be super hypercritical, and like it's supposed to mimic like what happens as you become older or whatever the case may be. You just become critical of everything. Like every music that he hears just sounds like shit. I think it's like a farting noise or whatever that he hears. Every movie that he watches, he just hears like right. And like I'm wondering if as I'm getting older that's what's happening, or if the movies that I'm seeing actually suck. Like, do they actually suck, or am I just a grumpy old man? Like, I really don't know.
You're a lot younger than me, and
Yeah.
so that's not the case because
I
they
think
suck.
so. I think these movies fucking suck. I don't think it's me just being a grumpy
suck.
old man.
There's a bunch of sucky
that's what I mean.
ass movies. Chris,
All of them suck.
check out a series called Dirty John.
Love it.
Have you seen it?
Have
you seen it?
Both of them. They're
Yeah.
awesome. Like, do you know that real story? Like, that's
Yeah.
a real story. That's a real story. It's
That's
insane.
that's why I started watching it.
The 7-part
watch Dirty
podcast
John
series is
on Netflix.
insane. Yeah,
Gary,
really good.
you got to check it out. Gary needs to start like writing down all those series that Chris and I recommend.
So Frank, you're a little older than me, but like we're about the same age. We are old white women, and we love crime. we love true crime.
We have two inner Karens inside.
We love true crime. And that's one of the coolest true crime stories out there.
Yep. Gary
likes like Cocaine Bear, which we like too, but we're growing out of that, but we still love it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely fuck with the Cocaine Bear, but
I'm going to the movie theater for that.
First of all, Cocaine Bear fucks with you. Okay, you don't fuck with Cocaine.
We're gonna be rooting for the bear at the end.
I feel like my dad wrote that movie, so I should really, give
You
money
gotta
back.
support him for sure.
Yeah, he spent a lot of money for that movie.
Crap. Hi, motherfuckers. Love you guys.
Sorry for my fucking technical troubles.
Yeah,
Hopefully I can
Gary, don't ever let that shit happen again.
Yeah,
okay?
well.
Ever.
I didn't even get to rant about my fucking meal before this.
What meal?
Oh, that's right. We were talking about that off air.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, I was eating sorry, I shouldn't say I was eating. I went to a fucking restaurant, ordered my food. Like, this is a place I've been to before, so like I knew exactly what I wanted, ordered everything as soon as I sat down, and they were a little busier than usual, but dude, fucking the people next to me that sat down like 10 minutes after me and ordered well after me got one of the things that I ordered before me.
Maybe that was your dish.
Like 35 minutes after I had ordered. And I was like, what the fuck? And then the woman comes over to me. She goes, oh yeah, like, sorry, you've had to wait so long, so we'll discount it, blah, 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 blah. They're plating your food now, which was a lie. They definitely were not, because it took another 10 minutes before I was like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta make a fucking podcast with some fucking people a lot cooler than you fucking losers. So, yeah,
maybe that's why they weren't giving you your food.
Box that shit up. And then she actually, I will say this, she comped the whole thing. So,
really?
I mean, yeah, dinner.
So it was worth your while, man.
Right.
That's why I'm not even going to mention where it is. Otherwise, I would say where it is.
What type of food was it?
Hey, Squeaky Wheel gets the oil.
It's a good steak place. It's a good steak place.
Okay. I was gonna
Gary,
say,
I thought
dude,
you were
you're
vegan, bro.
banned.
What's going
on?
I thought
you're
you
banned from another McDonald's, bro. Again? Jesus.
I know. Sorry, I didn't mean. I wanted to squeeze that in before the podcast was over.
Well, you were angry earlier when you were hungry. Now you ate.
Yeah, I was pissed, man. And then you know what? You know what sucks about that too is like it was good food. Like I had like a medium rare fillet, and like these fucking Brussels sprouts that are made really well. And I know people don't usually rave about Brussels sprouts, but when they're made well, it's
dude, I
good.
love Brussels sprouts.
And like dude,
it's
like when you take that shit to go, like I ate it in an Uber on the way home. My car is getting work done, but I ate it on an Uber on the way home. It's just not the same experience as having like a glass of whiskey and fucking cutting into a little bit of steak and like enjoying yourself. It's like it fucking ruined the whole thing, you know?
Yep.
So,
sure.
What are you gonna do?
Well,
sure.
You make sacrifices for Fleshwound Podcast, though.
I did. I always will.
Thank you, guys, Gary. We love you.
We all do.
Yes.
We love you, Gary Bear.
Love you guys. Take care.
Happy New Year's,
For
motherfuckers.
no man, no